Hello, my name is Simone and I am a short-term improv volunteer. During my voluntary experience, I had the chance to be involved with the Open Cafe. I had to run and deliver a 2-hour session about a topic of my choice, which involved culture. My choice was body language. This is part of a wider program called the Open Cafe.
The meetings are held in an ex-synagogue, which has been repurposed as an art gallery. It was my pleasure to be able to use the space, which has been so key in the history of Rzeszów, and now allows for more growth through the activities held here. During the Open Cafe session, we discussed the various ways in which people of different cultures communicate non-verbally, such as through handshakes or kissing on the cheek. In one of the activities, participants had to mime a scenario using only body language. As well as exploring the topic, this helped them build trust and get to know each other better.
We interviewed a few of the participants to see what they had learned and how to improve in the future.
I've been familiar with Open Cafe for 2 years. One of my friends invited me to Open Cafe, and when I get there, I found out that the place for socializing with people. I was quite introverted before, and it was the right place to develop your social skills, and that's the thing I'm expecting from the Open Cafe.
First thing that I was thinking about after I saw the pictures posted on the Facebook website was that, wow, there's a lot of people, there was a lot of participants, so it might be something interesting, and it might be, something where, like splitting into groups, group chats, and some really great activities.
Definitely, as I told you before, that's the place, that's the perfect place where you can talk with people, where you can have fun with people, where you can learn something. You can learn about different cultures, and so on and so on. So I definitely think that it matches with my expectation.
The part about the we were about to prepare a scene, not saying a word, so it was a mime scene.
A
Mime scene. Sorry. So and we had we already had some ideas. What do we have to do? Mm-hmm. The only thing we have to just think about the circumstances and just prepare the scene. And for me, that was the best part of it. Beside this, all of the activities were well prepared, and as far as I still remember, because it was quite a long time ago, but it was all of through the whole time I learned a lot, and I even observed how people around can learn, how they learn about the body language. So.
Yes, to be honest, tell the truth. That's the best event from Open Cafe we've had recently, since I'm very passionate about the psychology, about the body language, and so on and so on. I read a lot of books, I listened a lot of audio, and yes, I did enjoy it a lot. If I'm not mistaken, at that day we had role play game or whatsoever, and that was amazing. That was amazing, and I really had a lot of fun. And I'm pretty sure that all people were enjoying that.
I guess the whole idea of body language was actually mentioned was about the first thing that was your introduction, what I remember. It was a great thing because you said a few words about it, what is it, and then we actually started some activities. And I learned actually because of the body language is in my area of interest, so that the psychology, the behavioral thing is well known for me. So I know some parts of it, but even that I learned some more, I guess, and I experienced more about body language and about actually the differences between the body language in different cultures, because there was a lot of participants from different countries.
I can't say so, since I was already familiar with a lot of things related to body language, but I knew a lot of cultural things. Like I remember we were discussing about some signs, like which has like specific meaning depending on the region, country, and yeah, that's the thing what was new for me.
The whole program was prepared like to actually show different aspects of the body language. So one's like the one was about gestures, the other one was about the how to say using your emotions while you speaking, while you making things, putting into sentences, and interactions with people. So that was pretty impressive.
Well, I guess the same thing about the signs from different countries. Let's say, like, I didn't know that this sign in Italy means that the food was amazing, and it was something new for me. And if I will go to the Italy, I can do so, and I wouldn't be afraid that it means something wrong. Yeah.
The general idea about the body language, it's all the knowledge about it's, for me, it's universal, because it defines what it exactly is and what it like touches, what aspects, what areas of our life. And but because of the differences, the cultural differences, looking at at for all of the worldwide aspects. So there are many differences between specific cultures. In the body language might be slightly different between those. So what can I say? There might be different between the European body language and between, for example, Asian body language. So I think the main idea is it's general. It's the same, but when it comes to interactions with other cultures, it cannot be universal. It cannot be one.
Yes, I definitely think that body language differs depending on a geographical region, country, and the universal like body language is the smile. The smile is the word of the body language that can be understood by anyone. Yes, I have only one suggestion, is to make it less strict, in my opinion. As I remember at the first meetings, like people had some kind of horns, like people were doing these sounds, and it was quite not so good, in my opinion. It should be more relaxed, more chill, in my opinion, because that's the place where people can talk. Like, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are coming from work, they're tired, and they just wanna socialize, and at the same time they might have some knowledge, so they can acquire some knowledge from it. There are a lot of things that can be that can bring the benefits to people. Well, the first things, as I mentioned before, is socializing. Like if the person is introverted, like if he is shy and feel insecure in himself, that's the right place where he can start unleashing himself. He can start step by step, because Open Cafe has the right environment for that kind of people. Also, besides developing your confidence, the second thing is you're learning something from it. Even body language event was very valuable and educational, in my opinion.
From my point of view, as a student of psychology, I believe that every piece of knowledge is very essential, is very beneficial for us. So when we had a chance on the Open Cafe to learn some more about body language, that was a great experience. That was a great opportunity to actually learn something new from some people, and actually because the body language, it's the aspect of our life. So every individual uses the body language in terms of speaking, in terms of reactions, all kinds of, if it comes to public speaking or whatever, or just speaking with friends, or even behavior during in terms of different circumstances. I know and I believe that young generation could learn more, and the opportunity that actually the Open Cafe gave is how to say, way better than what we can learn at school. With knowledge, we can actually dig deeper into ourselves, so we can grow, we can learn something new, we can develop ourselves, and that's a great thing.